Hey guys, it's Abby from Abby of Pellinor, and today I'm going to be going through the books that I've managed to read in August. I'm pre-filming this slightly because I don't have time any other time, as per usual with me on this channel. So these aren't going to be exact, but I will try and put in edits and stuff to make sure that the information is accurate. Starting off, War and Peace. Here is my page count for War and Peace. Ta-da! We finished book 14, we started book 15 in this month. We're a teeny wee bit of the way through book 15. As always, really enjoying it. Ta-da! Labyrinth by Kate Moss. I read about a chapter a day of this every day this month, so I got a decent way of the way through it. Again, page count down here. Those were one chapter a day through the entirety of the month. The rest of these I read in sections. So, where's my bullet journal? This should have a decent amount of information on it. Wonderful. So, first up we've got No Place to Hide by Greenwald, which was 253 pages. This is a non-fiction book from the journalist who was first discussing with Edward Snowdon the release of the NSA documents. This was a really interesting book to read. I liked it. I think I gave this 4 stars. It felt like a quick read because I was like constantly sat there reading through it, and I really enjoyed it, but it actually took me quite a few days. It took me 4 days to read through this, and it's only 250 pages, so quite a slow read, but I really enjoyed it. I think it's very interesting, and I'm very glad that I picked it up. I'm not very glad that I caught my hair in the pages though. Then I finished Prodigy by Marie Lu. This is the second book in the Legend series. This is 354 pages, however, I read, I think 80. Yeah, I read 80 pages of it last month. This was a catch-up for my TBR last month that I didn't quite finish, and I just really wanted to actually finish this because I was enjoying it. I have to explain what this is about. Girl from rich, boy from poor. Oh no, this society isn't what I thought it was. Fix it. Dystopian. Then coming in at 248 pages, I read Wuthering by Emily Bronte. This is a story about, oh god, so it's a gothic romance, and we follow a few different characters across a decent amount of time, like an entire life span, of 2 people who are in love, bad relationships, toxic relationships, and how they impact those around them. And it's a very weird story. Just the way it's explained. So it's narrated to you by our main character, I guess, who's being told this story. Is being told this by his new housekeeper, and going through the story of that. And then for a while it is literally just her telling them about what happened in the past, and then it starts to intermingle with the present day. Near the end of the book, and it starts actually interacting with this man who's being told the story. He actually starts being involved in the story. Very interesting, very weird. I'm not entirely sure of my rating yet. By the time I edit this I might have one. I put them through Corpile, so I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere between 3 and 5. I'll be very surprised if it's 5. I think it's going to be 4, but Corpile will tell us. Coming in at 607 pages is Kingdom of the Wicked by Landy. This is book 6 in the Skullduggery Pleasant series. This is a reread for me for the Dead Famous read along, and I actually finally buddy read it with Becca. We actually did a buddy read. We just managed it, but we did a buddy read. This series follows a young girl who discovers that magic is real in Ireland, and a skeleton detective, and they go around solving deadly magical mysteries. And it goes from there. And on a related note, I read 106 pages of Armageddon Outta here, also by Landy. This is a section of short stories set within the world, and they are split between the first 7 books, I think. So I read the bit between book 6 and book 7. Ta-da! Then coming in at 327 pages, I read That Inevitable Victorian Thing by E.K. Johnston. I was gifted this by Caitlin from my wishlist, and the reason I put it on my wishlist and the reason Caitlin got me it is because it's pretty. Not even kidding. That is why. And I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. So this is set in a modern day world where Queen Victoria's empire never ended, but it is a lot more positive and inclusive than the real Victorian empire. To make the empire stronger, Victoria married off her children to different areas of the empire to build the empire, and then people are matched based on, or they can be matched, they can choose to be matched based on their genetics. And we follow a princess, the princess going to be the queen, as well as a young girl of no particular status, still like decently well off, probably middle class, but of no particular status, and a high society girl. And it goes from there, and it's very good. I like it. I will say I did have a slight issue with how something was set up near the end. The ending I was fine with. I want more. I would love to see how the ending develops, but that's fine with me. I'm happy with the book ending like that. But yes, there was one thing about here that was meant to be like a ooh, and I was like I don't like this, not keen on this. But it's one of those books that just gave me the it was so cute and so nice, and I was like, okay, with that like little it's probably going to go down to a 4-star. I ran this one through Corpile. It's a 5-star. I love it. And then as of filming, I have not actually finished these, so if it suddenly cuts here, you know why. Any sudden cuts? That's why. But Such a Fun Age by Kiley Reid. So I, at the moment, am 60 pages into it, but I should be finishing this by the end of the month, so we'll see. Who knows? I'm enjoying what I've read so far. I'm discussing it with Shay, sending her voice messages. She's already read this one, so same as The Other Black Girl that I read last month, the month before. But yeah, so fingers crossed I really enjoy this. And Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. I'm hoping I've managed to at least start this. It's my prompt for the buzzword-a-thon. It's time, so I'm just using clock. So I hope I at least start it, but I don't know if I'll be able to. We'll see. And if I have, here's my star rating. Oh no, here's my star rating, and there's the pages. And those are the books that I read in August. As I said, it's a bit all over the place because I'm filming early, as per usual. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm hoping that I will be able to read these last 2 books that I do have left. They're not even the last 2 books on my TBR, so I've not read Smiler's Fair, I've not read Sorcerer to the Crown, I've not read This Savage Song, I've not read Pyramids, and I've not read Throne of Fire. They were all on my TBR, check it out up here, and they have all been put back onto the shelves halfway through the month because I just made this TBR far too long for myself. It was ridiculously big, and I wasn't going to manage it with everything that's happening in my life at the moment. So I had to be realistic, I had to put them back. I really want to read them at some point. They're all books that I really want to read, but not right now. So hopefully I read these last 2, little sneak peek of the ones, which is going to be ridiculous if I have managed to read them because you've just seen them. And yes, so fingers crossed I'll get to these as well, and all in all, I've had a pretty decent reading month. I don't think it's been too bad, all things considered. And who's messaging? It's Caitlin. Caitlin, you're interrupting. But she's buying books, so we'll let her off. But yes, so hopefully next month I have set myself a smaller TBR, so we shall see how September goes. Let me know what you managed to read this month, guys, and let me know if you finished your TBR. If you did, I hate you. And who's read this? Because I need to discuss it. It's so good. As always, now I have to tidy up all the books. Pray for me.